Hello everyone, and welcome to another video where I show you a few of my music related finds. I haven't done one in a while necessarily. I've done a few where I've kind of shown things that I've gotten over the Christmas holiday, but these are independent of my Christmas Day gifts. So these are things that I've gotten from like the early part of I guess maybe the later part of November into the last part of December. Uh, None of the actual music pieces are from this year, so I haven't gotten anything yet in 2022. But this is, I guess you could call it like my last finds of 2021. So let me start first with some non-CD or vinyl related pieces. These I actually got this year. However, a couple of them I ordered a long time ago, so they just finally got here. This is Michael Nesmith and the First National Band. It's a sticker from his Video Ranch website. There's Nez in his cowboy hat, probably circa 72, 73, with that look, classic Nez look. And then this came with the same order as the sticker. This just came in yesterday, or Saturday, I should say. I'm filming this on Monday. This is a Pete Finney fan club t-shirt, and of course, those of you that know anything about Michael Nesmith in his later years, he toured a couple times with Pete Finney, famous pedal steel player, and Pete even played with Mike and Mickey on their final tour earlier in 2021. So that was, of course, it was like $10, and I thought it was kind of cool, support the Nesmith family. So those are my two pieces that I ordered, and I ordered those, I think, the day or so after Nesmith passed away. So it's been a few weeks. This is a Let It Be t-shirt that my friend Chris gave me. My friend Chris and his wife stayed with me this past weekend, and his parents got him a vinyl copy of Let It Be, the new remix, and I think it was the Target exclusive that came with a t-shirt, but I think the t-shirts only came in one size. This wasn't his size. He asked if I wanted it, and I said absolutely, and I tried it on, and it fits great and feels really good. So thank you, Chris, for sending that along on your visit. Now let me just go ahead, and I've got a few more Christmas albums that I picked up. I know I showed a video in early December where I showed some Christmas and non-Christmas finds. So if Christmas music isn't your thing, skip ahead a few seconds. If not, just interested to see what I got, stay tuned. So this is a very she and him Christmas. This is Zooey Deschanel and M. Ward. Very 1950s, early 60s style music. Zooey Deschanel, of course, is an actress who also sings on the side. Many of you might have known her from the movie Elf, where she played Jovi. Really cool CD. It's the first Christmas CD. It opens up, and the booklet's in there, like a Christmas card. But they do the Christmas Waltz, Christmas Day, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Little Saint Nick. Christmas Day, of course, is a deeper Beach Boys Christmas song. They do Blue Christmas as well. And they do Baby It's Cold Outside, where they reverse who sings which verse. So it's Zooey Deschanel and M. Ward, the guitarist slash producer. So this album is going on to be 11 years old. So check this out if you really like good Christmas music that's not overplayed. This is it. And they, like I said, they also have a second one. I think it came out a few years later, 2014 or so. Next, John Denver's Rocky Mountain Christmas. This is a great album. Starts with the beautiful Aspen Glow. Then it has a bunch of covers on here, the Christmas song, Rudolph, Silver Bells, and then you have two back-to-back songs which kind of are synonymous with John Denver as well as Aspen Glow. But you have Please Daddy, Don't Get Drunk This Christmas, which on the surface is a novelty song, but if you really think about it, it's really a sad song about a little boy that doesn't want his dad to be drunk and mean during the Christmas season. I love it. I think it's taken for granted of how good of a song it is. And then my favorite on the album, Christmas for Cowboys. Beautiful, beautiful song. Kind of a waltzy kind of sound. And then you have the second side of the album, which is mostly more religious tunes, which I love. Away in a Manger, What Child Is This? The Coventry Carol, Oh Holy Night, Silent Night, and then the song A Baby Just Like You, which is, he sings about his son Zachary in that song. So it's really the only true original on the album. Others are all covers. And then you have two additional bonus tracks, not on the original album, of Jingle Bells and White Christmas. And this is his 1975 album, Rocky Mountain Christmas. Check it out. It's fantastic. I know Matthew Street. I'm sure he loves this. Next, Tony Bennett, the Christmas album, Snowfall. This is the 2007 re-release, I believe. This has been released a couple different times. I showed it in an earlier video earlier this year on vinyl that I have. It's like it's kind of like a glittery vinyl, but this is Snowfall, Tony Bennett. Fantastic song selection. Originally released in 1968, and Tony Bennett, it's hard to go wrong. Next, this is thanks to Stephen Schnee, who I'm sure many of you all know on YouTube. Stephen has a great channel. He does his ski lodge shows that I love so much. He does all sorts of videos about his CD collection. He's a big CD guy. And he was talking about this album, this 2021. This album was released for the first time on CD. Originally released in 1956. It's got all sorts of singles, R&B singles by lesser-known artists, including Charles Brown, the Lord Green Trio, Johnny Moore's Blazers, Mabel Scott, Lowell Folsom, the Jackson Trio, and Jimmy Witherspoon. And it's funny because when I got this album, Steven's video, he talked about how good it was, and he highly recommended it, so I jumped on it. And I actually, shortly after I got this CD, I went to my record store and I saw the vinyl in the record store. So I thought that was kind of neat. So Merry Christmas, Baby. Check it out. It's from Real Gone Music. So it was very cool to find that. All right, and this is going to kind of be the merging album from Christmas into non-Christmas. So John Prine, who you all know I love, his website was having a big Cyber Monday deal where all of his albums on CD were $5, and so I just jumped all over it. A lot of times they're all going for $12 or $15. So the first one that I'm showing here is a John Prine Christmas, which is kind of a non-official official album. It was released through his Oh Boy Records site, so it is a John Prine, genuine release. However, it's got a few songs on it that were already released, but it's different versions of it. Songs like Christmas in Prison, All the Best, Everything is Cool, and then he's got other Christmas songs. He does Silent Night, Silver Bells, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and then kind of a spoken word version, spoken word thing called a John Prine Christmas. And then you also have a duet, If You Were the Woman and I Was the Man, beautiful song. Just really cool. That's John. On the front is a little boy with the department store Santa. And I've never heard it. It's great versions of all the songs. So, I recommend it if you like John Prine, because it's not like, those songs aren't on other albums in these versions. So check that out. next in the John Prine Hall, if you will, John Prine, The Missing Years. This was, it's got all sorts of contributions from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers are on this album. Really a great, great album. Came out in the early 90s, I believe, and produced by Howie Epstein, the bassist of the Heartbreakers. Picture Show, which is with Tom Petty on background vocals. One of my favorite John Prine songs, All the Best. It's a Big Old Goofy World. Take a Look at My Heart. You Got Gold. Everything Is Cool. Jesus, The Missing Years. And then The 3rd of July, which is a previously unreleased tune that they released on this 2017 reissue. So that was cool to get for $5. I didn't have it. Next, this is John Prine's Souvenirs. These were recorded in the year 2000. John, at this point, he was, of course, well into his Oh Boy Records label, and he said that he wanted to have his own master takes of his songs. So he re-recorded a lot more stripped down versions of classics that he had done. So there's some definitive versions of these songs on here too. Souvenirs, Fish and Whistle, Far From Me, Angel from Montgomery, Donald and Lydia, Christmas in Prison, Storm Windows, Grandpa Was a Carpenter, The Late John Garfield Blues, Blue Umbrella, 6 O'Clock News, People Putting People Down, Sam Stone, Please Don't Bury Me, and Hello in There. In my opinion, this is the definitive version of Christmas in Prison. I love it on this version. It's fantastic. So check this out. It's on his website. Next, John Prine, Fair and Square. This came out in 2006. This was his last album of original material, I believe, until The Tree of Forgiveness came out in 2018. And you have great songs on here. The Glory of True Love, which I think he wrote about his wife Fiona. Crazy as a Loon. Long Monday is beautiful. Clay Pigeons, the Blaze Foley song. He does a great version of that. And when I got to see Prine, he did that. Bear Creek Blues, She Is My Everything. And then bonus tracks, Other Side of Town and Safety Joe. And just really great. And like I said, they also, in another video, they released this album earlier this year on colored vinyl through John Prine's website. It had never been released on vinyl, and I have a copy of that as well. So another great album. John Prine doesn't have a bad album. And then we have Aimless Love, John Prine, coming up quickly to become one of my favorite John Prine albums. I know it's one of my mom's favorite. Be My Friend Tonight, Aimless Love, Me, Myself, and I. The Oldest Baby in the World is a funny song. Slow Boat to China, The Bottomless Lake, which is great. Marines, Somewhere Someone's Falling in Love. People Putting People Down, one of my absolute favorite songs. Unwed Fathers, another one of my absolute favorite songs. And then it ends with the beautiful ballad, Only Love, where he sings, only love, love only love, only you will do. It's beautiful. So there's my John Prine haul. Let me take a quick break from CDs, show you a couple of vinyls that I have. I've shown this in another, in the vinyl tag video that I did for sealed albums. This is the Monkees debut album, released last year, or last year through Run Out Grooves. This is the black vinyl version. I haven't opened it. I won't open it until I get a turntable. And I've heard it's the best version of this album. The classic Monkees songs on there. The theme from the Monkees, Saturday's Child, I Want to Be Free. One of my favorites, Papa Jane's Blues, Last Train to Clarksville. Sweet Young Thing, which is a great Mike Nesmith vocal. And then you have a second disc of bonus tracks, a couple of radio spots. You have several of the TV versions. And then a couple of like B-sides that have been remixed. So I'm really excited to spin this when I finally can. And then I've shown this in 2 other videos, so I'm not going to talk about it. This is Alvarado by the Wild Feathers, their newest album. Killer record. This is on color vinyl, which I've shown twice, so I'm not going to show it again. But I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So, the Wild Feathers, Alvarado. All right, and my last couple of records here, or CDs here. I did a review on this, but I haven't showed it in an official finds video. This is Brian Wilson at My Piano. Just a beautiful instrumental. I know some of you all have talked about not really liking it a whole lot. I love it, but I just love Brian Wilson. So if his name's attached to it, I'm gonna get it. So really pretty instrumental album. Next, I got this at my local record store for like $5. This is Rhythm of the Saints by Paul Simon. Great tune. This was his follow-up to Graceland in 1990. And songs like The Obvious Child, which is a great song, great percussion in that song. Can't Run But is a cool song. Further to Fly is beautiful. Born at the Right Time, The Cool Cool River, The Rhythm of the Saints. It's just a really good album. Not as good as Graceland, which is one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time, but a pretty solid follow-up to Graceland. And I'll end here with a couple of Van Morrison's. This is A Sense of Wonder, which I also got at my record store. This was $8. One of my favorite songs on here, Tore Down a la Rambo, is the opening track. I'd never heard this album all the way through. A Sense of Wonder, the title track, is beautiful. He's got a couple of spoken word songs on here, which is what he did in the 80s. This is 1984. The song Let the Slave, which is kind of poetic and out there, but it's still cool. I love Van. So A Sense of Wonder to continue filling out my Van Morrison collection. And then I said that was $8. This was $5, which is a killer deal. 2 disc. This is The Philosopher's Stone, The Unreleased Tapes, Volume 1. B-sides, stuff that was from the archives, alternate takes of Van Morrison's catalog up until the early 90s. This came out in 1996. 1998. I'd never owned it. And I'd never seen it either out in the wild. And so I was happy to get this for really a cheap price. And it sounds good. It plays all the way through. So I'm happy with that. So thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of those records, those CDs. It's been great getting to talk to a few of you. I've gotten a few more new subscribers, so thank you. If you regularly watch, please subscribe. I love talking to you all on these videos and just talking music in the comments. It's really fun. So thank you all very much. I'll be thinking of some other videos to put out here soon. And yeah, just thank you all for being so supportive. And on that, I will talk to you all soon down the road. So take care, everybody, and have a good evening.